What's going on, guys? Charge it up here in the garage with the Model X. For today's video, let's talk about the issues that I ran into while delivering for Uber Eats for 30 days. This list is in no particular order whatsoever, but just things that I came upon as I was delivering. I will go ahead and list the issue and then I'll explain why I think it's an issue, at least in my opinion. First thing on the list, toll roads. The Uber app should have something in its settings for when the navigation starts to avoid toll roads in your area. Now, the reason I think it's an issue is because not only do you now have to drive further because you can't take that highway to your destination or your pickup destination, but the customer also has to wait longer if you don't take that toll road. Well, it's gonna take longer because you're using other roads. Again, it's just my opinion, but I think Uber should definitely fix that. Another issue I ran into was long trips. Now, don't get me wrong, long trips can be good because your fare can be higher. However, what I ran into is longer trips that take you out in the middle of nowhere. And once you're done that delivery and you're pretty much stuck there and you could wait for another delivery, which probably will never happen because you're out in who knows where. Or you obviously make the trip back to the area that you want to work or the area where there are actual orders. Uber doesn't pay for that time. Technically, you're using kilometers and gas to get back to the area, but again, you're not being paid for that time. So I think that's a little bit forgotten in the trip rate. Grocery deliveries. Grocery deliveries are horrendous. I did 3 separate grocery orders. The reason why I say this is, number one, the person putting the stuff into your trunk doesn't care about your car or the items, they just toss them in there. Number two, you get stupid requests from the people that are ordering it. This one lady that requested the delivery from Uber Eats for groceries was also telling me to check and make sure that none of the items are expired. What? You want me? What? Come on, give me a... Really? The people picking your damn groceries should be making sure that, not the guy who's delivering it. Give me a break. And number 3, they tell you to meet at the door, and then they don't. And you have to leave all that stuff there, and you're like, well, I hope they're home. I hope they come and grab this stuff. Shopping mall pickups. Oh my god, shopping mall pickups. I don't even think shopping mall pickups, like food orders, should be a part of the app, to be completely honest with you. Number 1, you have to go to a park. Number 2, you have to walk all the way into the food court and grab it, walk all the way back out, and then obviously get back to your car and go out. Uber doesn't pay you for that. Uber doesn't pay you for that. So what's the, I feel like that's a lot of time. That's at least 10 to 15 minutes of your time going into the mall just to pick up those orders, right? Like that's a lot of time and you're not paid for that. If Uber paid you for that time, I wouldn't be complaining about it because then it's a little different. At least they're paying you for your time. Or if the restaurant or place actually has somebody bring it out to the curb or bring it out to you when you're parked there, that would work a little better. But for the most part, I avoided those orders like the plague, man. Like I avoided those. Another issue I ran into was having to use your own phone to call the customer to come to the door. What I mean by this is when you have an Uber account, your name and your phone number and everything's in there, your address is in there, that's great. If somebody else uses your Uber account and they put down in the description, call this so-and-so number, well, you can't do that from the Uber app because the Uber app only allows you to call that person's account. So at that point, then you have to literally grab your phone, put that number in your phone and use. I don't want people to have my number. Like I'm just saying, like why do I need to do that? Uber needs to find a way around that where you can actually call from the app, not using your personal phone. This is one thing that I think Uber has to fix. When you pick up multiple orders, let's say for example, I go 5 minutes away from here and I pick up a Harvey's order. So I pick up the Harvey's order, put it in the car, and then you have a second order. And that second order is 10 minutes down the road. It's on the way to the first delivery where you're delivering the Harvey's, but you pick up a second order, let's say Pizza Hut. So you take that order, you now picked up the second delivery while that first one was already sitting in your car. Let's say it took 5 to 10 minutes to get that in the first place. So that first delivery is already sitting there. And the first item that you deliver is the one that you picked up last. I don't think that's fair for the person that ordered beforehand to then get screwed like that. You know what I mean? Like their food sits there longer, especially if there's an issue with the second, like I don't know. In my opinion, that needs to be fixed. If you have multiple orders, whatever you pick up first should get delivered first. And then whatever you picked up second should get delivered second. Not you pick up second, that one gets delivered first. That first guy's delivery is sitting in there for like 40 minutes. All right, guys, this is actually something that was a big pet peeve while doing this for 30 days. And that is apartment orders. People ordering Uber Eats that live in apartments. Number 1, they don't give you their buzzer numbers for some reason. A lot of people don't put their buzzer numbers in the description, so you have to either text them or call them. Anyways, it's a headache. Second reason delivering for apartments is really annoying. You park your car, finally get in the door after you get your buzzer number, or someone walks out. You get into the elevator takes forever, you go up, you drop it, then once your delivery is complete, the time from the elevator back to your car, it could take about 5, 10, 15 minutes. So once again, there is your time not being paid for while you're delivering stuff. And I think apartments is probably the worst, right? Because you're only paying you for the kilometers you drove, not the time that you're wasting taking it all the way up to where the people live, if you can even get in the damn building. Another issue I noticed probably a week or a week and a half into it, obviously the app uses a lot of data. And of course, don't get me wrong, if you have unlimited data, no issues whatsoever, but not everyone has unlimited data. But yeah, the app uses a lot of data, but in the background, it could just be costing you more money because of the data usage, depending on obviously what your plan is. This next issue I kind of ran into probably last couple of days or so. Uber has changed their fare system. So previously they would give you the fare amount from the pickup to the delivery, and it showed you a flat rate. And you're like, ah, cool, you know, like that's how much I'm getting for this delivery, perfect. Whatever tips you would get on top of that, that'd be an extra. However, now they're doing some sort of estimation nonsense where they take the fare amount and then they add on a estimated tip from the customer. From my experience, man, not a lot of people tip. So technically, you're not really getting that estimated tip amount. Just show the fare amount, and if someone tips on top of that, great. If they don't, at least you know what you're actually making, not actually kind of being lied to technically with the estimated fare amount. And again, how does that even work? I'm actually curious if anybody out there knows. Is it a 5, 10, 15, 20% gratuity added on to that? Like, how do they estimate that's the tip that you're gonna get? Anyways, I just feel like, I don't know. I just feel it's weird. It's weird for them to be saying that as an estimated tip just to make it look like the fare is bigger. I don't know, is it just me? Maybe it's just me. Anyways. Okay guys, those are the issues from what I can remember running into delivering for Uber Eats for 30 days. My next video for next week will have to be the final thoughts video for Uber Eats. If you like this video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell for future videos with the Model X. Until next one, guys.